Today's Cowboys Nation update brings some interesting contract developments that have implications not only for Dallas, but also for how second-round rookie deals are shaping up around the league. The San Francisco 49ers have just signed Alfred Collins, a player drafted just one pick ahead of Donovan Ezaraku, the Cowboys' promising rookie. This signing is more than just a routine rookie contract announcement. It's a signal flare for the Cowboys' front office as they approach negotiations with Ezaraku's camp. Collins inked a 4-year deal worth over $10 million, with more than $9 million guaranteed. That kind of guarantee is substantial, especially for a second-round pick, and it's likely to set a new benchmark for similar deals across the NFL. As of now, most second-round picks remain unsigned, but Collins' contract might finally be the key that unlocks these pending deals. It's interesting to see how the financial landscape is evolving for rookies, especially when you compare Collins' guaranteed money with last year's second-round picks, like Max Melton, who received significantly less guaranteed cash. What this means for the Cowboys is pretty straightforward. They now have a clearer picture of the market value for Donovan Ezaraku. It's safe to assume that Ezaraku's deal will reflect some increase over previous year's guarantees, aligning more with what Collins just secured. While this means the Cowboys might have to guarantee a bit more money than initially expected, it also removes much of the uncertainty. It's a classic case of market forces in play. When one contract sets a new precedent, others follow suit, sometimes creating a ripple effect that benefits the players involved. One key takeaway here is that the Cowboys have historically handled second-round picks with relative ease during contract talks. There haven't been many holdouts or prolonged negotiations, which bodes well for Ezaraku's situation. The team seems to have a good feel for what's fair and reasonable, and it's likely they'll get a deal done before training camp kicks off. Ezaraku himself has indicated he's not interested in holding out, which should smooth the process even further. That said, there's a slight complication stemming from another contract: Jay Higgins' fully guaranteed deal with the Texans. This precedent pushed guaranteed money for second-rounders higher than some teams expected, including Dallas. Still, while it might add some pressure to the Cowboys' cap management, it's not something that should derail the negotiations. After all, in today's NFL, these million-dollar swings and guarantees are small change for most franchises operating with large salary caps. Speaking of second-rounders, as of this moment, only 3 second-round picks have officially signed contracts: Carson Swissinger, Jaden Higgins, and Alfred Collins. This leaves the bulk of the class still waiting on deals. But Collins' signing might be the domino that starts a chain reaction. We should see a flurry of activity in the coming days as more players finalize their contracts. When analyzing Collins' contract compared to last year's deals, it's important to consider the league's salary cap, which has increased again this season. Rookie contracts scale with the cap, so while there's a 30% jump in guaranteed money compared to some past deals, this increase translates to roughly 10% when adjusted for the cap. This built-in growth is part of the collective bargaining agreement, designed to keep rookie pay aligned with the league's overall financial health. Looking deeper into the specifics, last year's 43rd pick, Max Melton, received about $6.9 million guaranteed, with a total contract value just shy of $9 million. Collins, drafted in the same spot this year, is seeing guarantees exceed $9 million, which highlights the rising market for second-round talent. This uptick reflects both inflation in the salary cap and increased competition for promising rookies. Comparing rookie contracts across the league reveals some interesting trends. Players drafted near Collins and Ezaraku often have variations in guaranteed money and contract structure, influenced by their team's financial strategies and the player's perceived value. For example, some recent mid-second-round picks have seen contracts with 2 years fully guaranteed, followed by years where guarantees taper off. The Cowboys have leaned into this model recently, providing security up front while keeping flexibility later on. Collins' deal, however, appears to push the envelope a bit, with a higher percentage of guarantees extending into later years. That may set a new bar for Ezaraku's camp, who might push for similar security on the 3rd year of his contract. This could alter how the Cowboys approach rookie contracts moving forward, potentially requiring adjustments to their salary cap planning. In terms of base salary, Collins' contract is expected to guarantee roughly $1 million for the year to salary. This is a notable increase over prior years and reflects the league-wide salary cap hike, which adds roughly $18 million to the cap this season. For the Cowboys, this means budgeting for a bit more financial commitment to Ezaraku, but it's well within reason for a second-round talent expected to contribute early in his career. These financial details might seem small on the surface, but in the NFL, rookie contracts often set the tone for a player's initial trajectory and how the team views their role. Fully guaranteed years provide players with security and confidence, while teams benefit from clarity and cap management predictability. Balancing these interests is a constant dance. During the offseason, turning attention to the bigger picture, Alfred Collins' signing also carries a psychological boost for the Cowboys. It signals that the market is moving and that the team can expect to wrap up these deals without too much friction. Waiting on a handful of second-round contracts can create distractions. But now that the 49ers have broken the ice, the Cowboys can proceed with their negotiations in good faith, of course. Every contract negotiation has its own twists and turns. While Ezaraku is expected to sign before training camp, there are still some question marks around other picks. For instance, Nick Emery's deal could be trickier, as he reportedly desires a fully guaranteed contract, a request that not every team is willing to meet. Situations like these add complexity to the overall rookie contract landscape, but they don't change the fundamental outlook for Dallas off the field. The Cowboys are also focusing on other areas of preparation, getting ready to launch into training camp with a fully stocked roster. New signings, draft picks, and veteran players all contribute to the energy building around the team as the season approaches. Fans are eagerly anticipating seeing how these contracts translate into on-field performance. While we're on the topic of signings, it's impossible to ignore a big name moving within the NFC East. Von Miller's deal with the Washington Commanders. The veteran edge rusher, once a dominant force in the league, has taken a path similar to Justin Houston's, signing a short-term deal with a contender to chase a championship. In the twilight of his career, Miller's role won't be the same. As in his prime, the days of double-digit sack totals are likely behind him. Recent seasons have shown a decline in his pass rushing production and quarterback pressures, which is natural for a player at this stage. Still, his experience and presence on the field remain valuable, especially for a team like Washington that could benefit from a savvy edge player to complement their existing defensive pieces. From a team-building perspective, the Commanders' move makes sense. They have younger pass rushers getting snaps, but depth and veteran leadership at the position can be a difference maker during critical moments. Miller may not dominate the stat sheet, but his knowledge and ability to perform in high-pressure situations provide intangible value for Cowboys fans. Von Miller's signing with the division rival raises questions. Does this move pose a threat? Will he be a factor against Dallas this season? The answer probably lies somewhere in the middle. Miller's physical abilities are diminished from his peak, but he still has enough left in the tank to contribute. The Cowboys' defense will need to account for him, but it's unlikely he will be a game-changing force on his own. Ultimately, these contract moves and signings tell a story about how teams are managing talent, balancing experience and youth, and positioning themselves for success in a highly competitive league. The Cowboys appear to be navigating these waters thoughtfully, setting the stage for what could be an exciting training camp and season ahead. As we continue to digest the latest developments in the NFL offseason, it's clear that contract negotiations for rookies, especially those selected in the second round, are becoming increasingly complex but also more transparent thanks to recent signings like Alfred Collins. The ripple effect of his deal with the 49ers is a fascinating example of how individual contracts can recalibrate expectations across the league, creating a new standard for guaranteed money and contract length for incoming players. For teams like the Cowboys, who pride themselves on disciplined cap management and strategic roster building, this new benchmark both challenges and informs their approach moving forward. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Dallas Cowboys. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. In a surprising twist that has sent ripples through the NFL community, rumors are swirling that the Dallas Cowboys have made a lightning-fast move to secure veteran cornerback STEFAN Gilmore, although no official announcement has been made yet. Insiders suggest that the Cowboys are close to finalizing a deal that could bring one of the league's most respected defenders to Texas. Gilmore, a former Defensive Player of the Year known for his lockdown coverage and veteran savvy, has been a hot commodity this offseason after several strong seasons demonstrating his ability to shut down top receivers. Speculation about his next destination has been rampant. The possibility of Gilmore joining the Cowboys has fans and analysts buzzing, especially given Dallas's recent defensive struggles. Sources close to the matter hint that the Cowboys front office acted swiftly to secure Gilmore before other teams could make competitive offers. This rumored acquisition could signal a shift in Dallas's defensive strategy as they seek to bolster their secondary with an experienced playmaker. Gilmore's presence would not only improve the Cowboys' pass defense, but also provide invaluable leadership for a relatively young defensive unit. The timing of this potential signing is crucial. The Cowboys are looking to make a strong push in a highly competitive NFC East, where rival teams have been aggressively improving their rosters. Adding Gilmore might just be the missing piece to elevate Dallas's defense from average to elite, especially against high-powered offenses, while the deal remains unconfirmed. Betting markets and sports insiders are already speculating on the terms. Could this be a short-term contract aimed at a Super Bowl run, or a longer commitment signaling Dallas's intention to build a championship-caliber defense? Either way, the buzz surrounding Gilmore's possible arrival has created a palpable excitement around the Cowboys camp. If the rumors prove true, the Cowboys would be making a statement to the league. They're serious about defending their turf and are willing to act decisively in the face of competition. For STEFAN, Gilmore joining Dallas could represent an opportunity to showcase his talent on a bigger stage and cement his legacy as one of the premier cornerbacks of his generation. As the NFL offseason continues to unfold, all eyes will be on Dallas. Will the Cowboys pull off this swift and strategic acquisition? The possibility alone has reignited hope and conversation among fans hungry for defensive dominance in the Lone Star State. Stay tuned. This could be the start of a thrilling new chapter for both STEFAN Gilmore and the Dallas Cowboys. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Dallas Cowboys, please subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We always look forward to your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.